Hello, everybody, and welcome to the webinar. I'm Rita, and I'll be presenting it today. So just one moment, I'll be sharing my screen, and then we're gonna start. Today's topic is running retargeting ad campaigns. What are they? How do you run them? And what are the beneficial features about them? So here at Think Media Labs, we love to get in contact with you. So please follow us, talk to us for any questions you may have about business or running startup programs or anything you need to help you start and run and keep your business going. So we do these webinars almost weekly, and so our upcoming topic is lookalike campaigns. So what they do and how to set them up. So lookalikes, again, are people or an audience or a certain group of people who look like people who have been buying from you, liking your comments or your posts, interacting with you on social media, opening your ads, things like that. So you can find others who have the same taste as them and are just as likely to perform that same action, whether it be buying, engaging, or anything. So it's gonna be on February the 2nd at 1 p.m. UAE. It's just like right now on Tuesday. So what is retargeting good for? So we all know that whatever sales process you're doing has a funnel. So it starts with awareness, as in people knowing that your company, brand, store exists somewhere. So they're aware of it. They're aware of what you are, who you are, and maybe what you're selling could be. And then the step after that, so now that they know you, do they have an interest in buying from you or in at least checking out what are your offerings or products? And so after they develop an interest, let's say go onto your website, they find something they like. And so they consider whether they want to buy it or buy something else from you or another store. And so at least you got them to that part, consideration. After that is intent. So what happens? So after they went into your product page, let's say on your retail website, all right, they added to cart. So when somebody adds something to cart, like you can see something and like it, but not necessarily add to cart. Once they do, it means that they are intending to buy it, or at some point they thought they wanted it. So something gets added to cart, and at the end they purchase it. And so the entire point of retargeting people is to get them through these steps. Like let's say somebody came onto your website and spent a lot of time considering a certain product and then left. So how do you get them to at least add this product to cart? That's when you see that same product on ads all over the web or on Facebook. You see the product that you spent your time on. How do they do that? By sending a retargeting campaign to people who spent a certain amount of time on their website. And so that gets you to see the product again, and then maybe then you decide to, all right, I'll go add it to cart. And so this is the entire point of these retargeting campaigns, moving your clients through that funnel and hopefully getting them to purchase something from you. So I'm going to cover how to do it on Facebook Business Manager. What can you retarget, what behaviors, and on which platforms? So, we have multiple options. You can get people who have visited your website, like the example I just gave, people who have performed a certain activity on your app, people who have seen a video, clicked or filled a form. So we're going to go through each one of these one by one. All right, so how do you even get there? Now, to launch a retargeting campaign, we first need to create a custom audience. Originally, the way you decide who will be the audience of your ad is through what we call broad targeting here. So you decide which countries, you decide what age range, genders. Let's say you're an all-female clothing store, who knows. Um, and so once you put these criteria, you enter their interest or whatever, Facebook starts to search for people who fit the criteria inputted. Now, this is broad. We don't know these people. What we're looking to do is do something very precise, which is target people who performed a certain activity somewhere on our platforms. And so to do that, we need to create a custom audience. So from the ad set level here on the Facebook Business Manager to run an ad, we click on Create New and Custom Audience. So now we're going to cover video engagement. So like I said, when clicking on Custom Audience, you get to see all of the options we've seen before, and so you choose. Now we're going to start with video engagement. And so let's say you posted a video 2 days ago about your brand new product, and you want to retarget the people who saw it, because again, when you're sending this video out, it's awareness. You just posted it, people watched it. Now they know that you're a store who released a new product that is X. But you want people to at least get interested in your product or consider buying it. And so you need to make them watch your ad multiple times. And so this is how you do it. So we're creating a video engagement custom audience, and we can choose, you want people who viewed at least 3 seconds of your video. So at this point, you're trying to get them to watch more at 3 seconds, 10 seconds. You're trying to get people to maybe finish watching the video, getting to where you think you're going to hook them and get them interested. So you can check out in seconds, or let's say your video is pretty short. So let's say the entire video is 10 seconds. So you can't target people who viewed at least 10 seconds. It's just you want to target the people who viewed less. And so then you can do it by percentage, 25, 50, 75, whatever is comfortable for you. And then you have retention. So are we targeting the people who've done it in the last 365 days? Are we targeting people who saw it yesterday or the day before? Now, obviously, the sooner the better, so it's more fresh in their minds, but it's up to you and what you're intending to do. So here we have retargeting website visitors. This is the example I gave. So people, you can retarget those who visited, and so those who visited had an interest in your store or your product, or you can visit by time spent, which is consideration. So they spent a lot of time on your website and they considered buying it, but then they didn't do anything. So you want to get both interest and consideration up to intent at least, which is adding your product to cart. And so again, we have, you create a website custom audience, you choose your website, and then you have all your events. And just a note here, remember that to have these options for if you visit your website, you need to add the Facebook pixel to your website. If you don't know how, you can go on our channel on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube and check out our previous webinar on getting and installing a Facebook pixel onto your website. All right, so here you need to choose an event. So are you targeting everybody who ever visited your website in the last 30 days? Or are you targeting people who visited a specific page? Maybe you have like multiple like coats and jackets, and you decided you're gonna do a sale on all of the pants. And so you want to retarget people who had an interest or ever considered buying anything from your pants collection. So you're not going to retarget everybody. If somebody wanted jackets, maybe they're not going to go for pants, but it's most likely that those who originally visited any one of the pages on pants will be interested in your discount. And so this is where you choose the people who visited a specific webpage. All right, and just like in the previous options, you have retention. So are you targeting those in the last 30 days, or are you targeting for longer or less? again, it's up to you and what you're hoping to achieve. All right. So again, we're on the Facebook Business Manager, and which means that you have access to the entire Facebook family of apps, including Instagram and Facebook Messenger. And so you can run your ads there from the Facebook Business Manager. And so when you have your Instagram account linked, you can run your ads and retarget people who came onto your Instagram account. So a lot of you, I'm sure, don't have a physical store or don't have a website, you have an Instagram account, and that's very normal and very common actually. So what's great now is you can retarget these people. So people who engaged with your account, visited your profile, commented or liked any of your posts. Um, so here's another like tip. Right now, there are a lot of people posting and people follow so many accounts. And, you know, as much as they spend time scrolling, they're not really going to see all of the new posts but everybody that they follow. And so when you really want people to see your post or product or ad, you better just put a credit card behind it and promote it. And so this is why we're talking anybody who liked or commented or engaged, because even if they did it once or twice, it depends. Maybe they interact more often with their friends, and so they're more likely to see posts by their friends than they are to see posts by you. And so promoting it will help them see it and hopefully help them buy it and order it. And so again, you can target people who sent you a message or who saved any post or ad. And so when somebody saves, it's kind of like they're adding to cart or adding to the wish list in our case here. And so you hopefully can get them from intent to purchase. Lead generation forms. Now, lead generation forms are something that are new on all platforms. And so it's when you run an ad that's linked to a form. And so instead of sending others or like interested clients from your ad on Facebook to your website or to any other platform to fill your form, you give them a form on Facebook or Instagram. It's native and it automatically populates things like their name, email, phone number, depending on what information they gave Facebook or Instagram. And so this helps them feel like it's easier to submit. Now, again, anything has steps. So people can see your ad and click on it and see a form and then never submit it. And so you want to encourage these people to submit it, so you can retarget anybody who opened your form, anybody who opened but didn't submit. And so these are the people that we're targeting, and people who opened and submitted. So you want to, let's say, upsell already current clients, and so you can do this. Or maybe you fill the form on a certain interest or a certain new product that you're launching, and you can then, anybody who clicked interested in your form can get the ad to finally purchase that product once it comes out. Facebook events. Now, this is really helpful, I feel like, for NGOs. And so when you throw an event, a lot of times people don't always show up, especially if it's online or something. But you still want to encourage people to come more often. If you're doing regular fundraising events, you still want the people who at some point, let's say, said going or interested or visited the page or commented and liked to eventually come to at least one of your events. So then each time you do a new one, you can retarget these people and get them to come. If you're not an NGO or you want to sell tickets, or so you can do any of these things, you know. Remember that when you're creating an event page, you can insert tickets, you can insert a payment method. Facebook does support all of these. Your Facebook page. Now, this is more on the scale when you want to get more likes, or at least have most of the people at some point who followed you know about any new development, or maybe your companies switched from making, I don't know, shirts to reusable face masks, and you gave them to hospitals in your country. So you can then put an ad to everybody who ever follows your Facebook page and let them know that this is something you're doing, or let them know about your brand new product that launched, or the brand new store that opened or is going to open after lockdowns are over. So this is really up to you, and there are so many options again. So you can get all of your followers to uh, to do whatever you want them to do, like interact more, engage more. Remember that they followed your page at some point, and that you're here and still doing things and releasing new products. So were all of the options that you have in terms of retargeting. So here are some of our advice on advertising. So like I said before, you should run ads all the time. Nobody will say anything if you don't, because like I said, there are a lot of ads, a lot of posts. Literally, you are paying Facebook to buy people's attention, by people's interest, by that sliver of moment when they're scrolling and they stop because something made them interested. Our second advice is don't reuse the same creative too often, because it results in creative fatigue. That means they're so tired of seeing that same creative, they hate you more each time they see it, rather than, possibly get more interested and go down the funnel. So just be careful. Retargeting is very powerful, but just don't use it too often with the same ad. Be careful to just, at least, even if you're advertising the same thing, even if you're still advertising that discount on pants, try to change your creative, put new designs, new texts, new messages in your posts, to at least give diversity, even if you in fact are just sending out the exact same message again and again. And you really need to experiment with the options and settings that you have and find the right combinations. It really does take multiple attempts to get it right. I know it like sounds easy, like, okay, I'm going to retarget everybody who just watched my video, but you really need to know first, how well did this video perform, and like what actually attracts your clients. So you really can get to know them, can get to know how Facebook operates, what is the ideal budget for you per month, what is the ideal number of ads for you per month. And so from there, you can really tweak it and get a marketing plan, advertising plan that works for your company and your products and really reaches your client base. So, us here at Think Media Labs, we're business growth specialists. We're here to help you with everything you need, from customer acquisition to capacity building workshops, team recruitment. We can help you set up your page, set up your ads, learn how to acquire new customers, and all the like. And we really hope that you will reach out to us, whether it be on Facebook, WhatsApp, email, Instagram. We're here, we're all over, and we would really love to answer all of your questions and be able to help you with everything that you want to do and help you get your business to the point of success that you dream to achieve. And so we really hope that you get in contact with us, ask us any questions about anything you want to know from this webinar or any previous one, and share with us what you would like to learn more about in upcoming webinars. So thank you so much for being with us and attending this webinar. I really hope this was helpful. All right, goodbye and have a nice day.